He represents every single shadow part that is left in our own psyche. Let me explain this.
This is fantastic, every single word. But first, your daily dose of Daisy. So remember how I've been saying that everything that's happening... Hello. Do you want... She's got to be in on this. So remember how I've been saying that everything that's been happening has been stirring up our shadow and the shadow of our country. This is the truth about the foundations that we are built on. And not just the long distant past foundations, but the systems that are in place today that are still operating under those old blueprints. I've also been saying that he's a representation of the old. He is a physical manifestation of all of those systems, all of the greed, all of the corruption, all of it. But she takes it a step further and she says, guess what, y'all? He represents aspects of us too. And she is not wrong. That is some next level shadow work right there. Spot on. She keeps coming up here. She needs a love. The thing is, not only have we been victimized by people like him, but whether we like it or not, there are aspects of ourselves that he is embodying and acting out. And until we reckon with our individual and our collective shadows, it's going to keep coming up and up and up and up and up and up. And that's what we've been saying about let the systems crash. Let it all come out there in the open. Let us see it. Let us deal with our collective shadow. Because that's the whole point of shadow. It is going to be expressed so that we can then deal with it. So any aspects of ourselves that we have repressed, ignored, refusing to see, refusing to acknowledge these parts of ourselves, they're going to get louder and louder and louder until we can acknowledge, work through, heal, and come to some sort of different way of being. We got to do shit differently. That is the whole fucking point. And then she goes on to explain the astrology behind all this. And I've said, I'm not an astrologer. I don't get it. I love listening to other people who explain it because what that does is it gives us this cosmic clock, really. It's an alarm clock of when certain forces become active or stop becoming active and how these different forces affect behavior, systems, etc. So this gives us the big picture clue into how these cosmic forces are going to be kind of forcing our hand, forcing us to deal with certain things. And it is a bigger picture, long-term perspective over how the next coming months and years are going to play out. Now, I know for people who are in a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety about what's happening, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to tell you, just because things are set to roll out over a number of years does not mean that we are in for a decade of catastrophe. That's not quite how it works. Because while certain things are crumbling, new systems are taking shape, are taking their place. As we reckon with our internal shadows and as we come to our own strength and our own new beginnings, we get to begin to create new foundations in our own lives. So we're not going to be victimized by everything that's happening indefinitely. So this is why I've been saying since the very beginning that this is so much bigger than this election. It's so much bigger than what's happening in this country. This is about ascension. This is about humanity leveling the fuck up. And in order to do that, we have to rewrite our history. We have to face all the old things. Remember how I said, like, it's no coincidence that we have Yahtzees again. And now we're dealing with civil rights issues and reproductive health and women's issues and all the things throughout our history. We are being taken back through this dark night so we can heal, so we can reckon with, and we can make changes individually in our own lives and collectively as a people. So these planetary forces are helping us do that. And we're having, you've heard me say, the microcosm of the macrocosm, as above, so below. We're going to see things in our personal lives. We're going to see things in our communities, in our country, and the world. So these forces and these happenings are going to keep rolling out. And the faster and better that we do our work and we step up to make change and we heal ourselves, the faster and better our lives can get good. That didn't make sense. You know what I mean? The faster things can get good and the better they get. So, marathon, not a sprint. We are creating the new as we are destructing the old, destroying the old. Words, I can't. I'm signing off with that. Watch that video. Fantastic. Love it.